Welcome to this Chromperfect training video. In this video, we are going to look at a common source of confusion for new users working with instrument control setpoint files. This topic applies to digitally controlled instruments, where Chromperfect uses a setpoint file to store instrument control settings. Examples may include Agilent GC setpoint files, ICF or RC.NET setpoint files, and other supported digital instrument control workflows. There are three common mistakes we want to clear up. First, users may look for a separate setpoint editor program. Second, users may try to create a new blank setpoint file directly inside Chromperfect. Third, users may try to upload a setpoint file while the instrument is still showing awaiting download. Let's take these one at a time. The first point is about terminology. In Chromperfect, you may hear references to the Method File Editor, Calibration File Editor, Format File Editor, or Setpoint File Editor. For new users, the last of these can be particularly confusing because a setpoint file is the file used to control the instrument. The more precise term is therefore the Instrument Setpoint File Editor. Within the Instrument Setpoint File Editor, Chromperfect provides different editor forms for different supported instruments and control interfaces. Each supported instrument family has its own file format, its own available settings, and its own form and layout. Because of this, you may hear several different names used in practice. For ICF or RC.NET instruments, someone may refer to the MIC Editor, or the MIC Setpoint File Editor, or the MIC Setpoint File Editor. For an Agilent 7890, you may hear the M78 Editor, the 7890 Editor, or the 7890 Setpoint File Editor. Other supported instruments have their own corresponding editor forms. You should become familiar with these terms, but the important point is that they all exist in the same place. They are not normally separate programs on the Windows desktop or separate entries in the Chromperfect main menu. The correct starting point is the Chromperfect File Editor. The File Editor is the central program used to open and edit Chromperfect file types. When you open a method file, the Method Editor form appears. When you open a calibration file, the Calibration Editor form appears. When you open a format file, the Format Editor form appears. When you open an instrument setpoint file, the appropriate instrument-specific setpoint editor form appears. So, if someone tells you to open the MIC Editor, the M78 Editor, the 7890 Setpoint File Editor, or simply the Instrument Setpoint File Editor, the practical instruction is normally the same. Open Chromperfect File Editor, choose File, Open, select the appropriate setpoint file type, and then open the relevant file. For ICF or RC.NET instrument control, the setpoint file normally uses the MIC extension. The MIC file is the ICF instrument setpoint file, and opening that file through Chromperfect File Editor launches the corresponding MIC Editor form. The user should not go looking for a separate visible program called the MIC Setpoint File Editor. The second common mistake is trying to create a new blank setpoint file. This is different from many other Chromperfect file types. A method file, calibration file, format file, or sequence file may often be created or edited directly in File Editor. Setpoint files are different because they are tied to the physical instrument and its current configuration. In most cases, the first setpoint file is not created from a blank template. Instead, it is uploaded from the connected instrument. This upload reads the current instrument settings and saves them as a Chromperfect setpoint file. Once that uploaded file exists, it can be opened in File Editor. From there, it can be reviewed, modified, and saved. If you need a second version, you can use Save As to create a modified copy. The practical rule is simple. Upload first, then edit. Do not start by trying to create a blank setpoint file in File Editor. Start by uploading the current setpoints from the connected instrument. Then open the uploaded setpoint file in File Editor. The third common mistake happens when the instrument is still showing awaiting download. In Chromperfect acquisition, awaiting download means the system is not yet ready to run because a method has not been successfully downloaded to the instrument. In this state, users may become stuck when trying to work with set points. The practical solution is usually to first download a simple method without a setpoint file attached. For example, this may be a standard test method. The purpose of this download is not to create the final analytical method. The purpose is simply to move the instrument from awaiting download to ready. Once the instrument is ready, the user can then proceed with the normal setpoint upload workflow. So the workflow is: start in Chromperfect acquisition. If the instrument shows awaiting download, download a simple method that does not already reference a setpoint file. Confirm the instrument reaches ready. Upload the current set points from the instrument. Save the uploaded setpoint file. Open the uploaded file in File Editor. Edit the setpoint file if needed. Then, save the file or use Save As to create a new version. Let's summarize the 3 key points. First, File Editor is the normal starting point for editing Chromperfect files. If someone refers to a method editor, calibration editor, or setpoint editor, they are usually referring to an editor form opened from within File Editor. Second, setpoint files are normally uploaded from the connected instrument before they are edited. They are not normally created as new blank files in File Editor. Third, if the instrument is showing awaiting download, first download a simple method without a setpoint file attached so the instrument reaches ready. After that, upload the setpoints and continue with editing. This distinction is important because it prevents users from looking for programs that do not appear as separate user-facing applications, and it prevents them from trying to create setpoint files in the wrong order. For ICF users, remember that the MIC file is simply the ICF setpoint file. You still start from Chromperfect File Editor when opening or editing it. For other digitally controlled instruments, the file extension may be different, but the general principle is the same. Use the instrument to create the first setpoint file by upload. Use File Editor to open and edit the setpoint file afterward. Thank you for watching. For more information about Chromperfect chromatography data systems, training resources, and support, please visit www.chromperfect.com.